Deno.
Woo! No catch. Woo!
I agree. You know what? In hindsight, I really kind of feel like he embarrassed himself in part one. I really. Some of his yeah.
Bart, I love this. Just you and I. We can be romantic, compliment each other. We got kitchen trash in us. You know what? I can't wait for the next hour. Can't wait.
This really could be the original Batman and Robin. With obviously we know who Batman is.
I know my role.
All right, down. First things first, because this hour has 22 minutes. Part two is we're going to be fast and furious. But did you listen to part one?
I did. Okay. I listened to AOB. I'm excited.
Well, guess what? I have a second little tidbit for the TikTok Nation today in AOB. So we're gonna double up here a little bit. This one might be a little tougher to pull off, but I've got something for that too. All right, listen. I already heard back from a couple people, Brock in particular. I do listen. I've said this before. Listener Brock is awesome. That thing is downloaded, and 9 seconds later, he's giving me feedback. Usually, it's constructive criticism, but we're getting feedback right away. Oh, it's never like, oh my God, great pod. It's like, you know what, I didn't like this, but it doesn't matter. Point is, that's the kind of hate base we have. But he did suggest it was a bit of a love fest. Kitch and I, which it was, because everything was rosy after Monday night, Deno, and then Wednesday night. You know what? You talk to me, because I'm still rattled by Wednesday night.
Yeah, I don't like 70 points in the first half. What happened? Like, was there a party in New Orleans is sinking? What happened, Bart? Was Freddie out partying? Didn't have the young kids around? Like, what happened?
Well, listen, so that I update our base, because I'm sure they're concerned about it, I did make reference to the fact that I'd spent far too much money wagering on a Monday night game, a Wednesday night game, and that this was an all or nothing. Well, as we know what happened, it went to shit. But I want everyone to know my betting account is still stable, because I made it all up. One of the few ever chases that worked for me on the Sacramento Kings that night. So that aside, everyone, don't worry, my betting account is still solvent at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. Like, started off well. Like, I think Pascal scored the first 9 points.
Yeah.
Right. Sort of a 9-2 run to start the game. And I thought, oh my God, here we go. Easy money. And then from that point forward, now I will give New Orleans some credit. Like, we were bad. We had everything that we were doing well Monday night seemed to go, like, there's just no defensive rotations whatsoever. And we had zero answer for Zion. I could not believe the number of times we couldn't even stay in front of him. Like, he would just make a move and he was gone to the basket. Like, how many dunks did he have going to the basket in a set defense? Not even like on the break, in a set defense.
Yeah. And us having guys on him. Like the one play, we had 4 guys. It was a fast break, 4 guys on him. He just went at us. Like, he like they say Giannis is a unicorn. Like, this guy's a unicorn. Like, how do you stop that speed and that size?
Well, yeah, the power. That just blew me away. We had no answer for him whatsoever, which was actually a little surprising. At halftime, there wasn't an adjustment made to sort of deal with that, or maybe there was. We still couldn't contain it.
Do you think when they get healthy, Bart, like they had 2 guys out, like that team, if they can get it together, that is a stud team, like deep team. Now again, these teams we just see once in a while, right? So I think we saw them at their best, because just last game we were thinking we're going to the NBA final again, right?
Totally.
And now we're saying we're not going to make the playoffs, right? After one game,
it is. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, this moment in time concept. I think we should change the name of the podcast, because that's really what we are. Yeah, I went from thinking Kitch and I were literally talking about how no one wants to play us, and now I think everyone wants to play us. You know what? I almost tweeted out, blow it up, trade them all, right? Like this, it was horrible.
Yeah. There was a positive. So Trent Jr. looked great, looked confident. Again, coming off the bench, 33 minutes off the bench, 35 points. He was jacking them up, 20 shots. So I think there's a positive there. And Bart, I know you want to talk about Barnes. Like, I don't know what's going on there. 21 minutes playing. Plus minus is terrible. Just looks a bit lost on offense.
So lost is a very good word. I totally agree with you. I would even go one step further. Lost / somewhat disinterested. Like, he just doesn't seem to have that Scotty buzz from last year. So I'm telling you, I am in panic mode on Scotty Barnes.
He's playing hurt. Like if I think of last year when like Freddie was going through his spell and stuff, and it's like, okay, like he was playing through like some crazy injuries. Like, do you think Scotty's hurt? Like, do you think there's something there, or do you think he's just more mental and how he gets involved more?
I'm starting to worry that perhaps he's more emotionally hurt than physically hurt. Like, it does seem like he's a bit out of sorts. I'm guessing him and Nick aren't completely on the same page. I think he's starting tonight, so it's not like Nick is gonna. I don't think yanking him in and out of the starting lineup would be the answer either. But I don't know. That was bad on Wednesday. He was good off the bench Monday, right? Like, look, he was accepted it and was solid. He was solid. It wasn't great, but he was solid. But now he was bad on both ends of the court. And I'll tell you, that's the thing I've noticed with him this year is his defense in particular. Like, I think it's dropped off from last year. I don't think he guards 1 through 5 the way he did last year. I think guys are blowing by him. And then on offense, he took 6 3-pointers. And I would say one of them, the one that he made, was actually the one that I thought, okay, decent. I don't like him shooting threes to begin with. I just don't think he's going to shoot. But at least it was in rhythm. But a lot of the other ones were just chucking them up, pull up threes. Like, that is not where we want him.
No, him going to the hoop and dishing off. Like he's probably the most equipped to do it with his size, and people are targeting him for sure. Like, he's got to go to the hoop. He is not a 3-point shooter. I don't got his stats here. It's probably less than 30%.
He's not a 3-point shooter at all. I don't mind. Like, again, I know that's where the league's going, right? And you have to chuck threes, otherwise you're in trouble. So I get that, but it's got to be within the realm of the offensive concept, right? And I don't know that that's what he's doing. And like, if he's going to take 2 or 3 a game, that's got to be when he's getting a spot up, a good look, and it's like, okay, we're going to live with that. But he can't be pulling up off the fast break, pulling up for threes. He just can't.
No. He's actually at 34%. I thought he'd be like, after the 1 for 6 or whatever last night, I thought he'd be like less than 30. So 34 is not bad, Bart, but we need that a lot higher. You got to be,
I can assure you he won't be 34% on 6 threes a game.
No.
Right? There's no way.
No, he needs open, like those open side threes. That's his spot. These top, I think top of the key. You know what? It'd be interesting to see where he is top of the key as opposed to the side. I think he's a much higher percent on the side. I don't see many at the top of the key.
Now, I should point out that all this that we're talking about, Sky, I have bet him tonight to be over 12.5 points. I'm counting on a response game.
Oh yeah.
Like he has to, right? He just like I mean, the way the rest of the team's playing, how deep we are, like, he's in serious jeopardy of not only losing his starting position, but really coming down in the rotation if he goes through a bad stretch here, right? And again, I think Nick's all about the defensive end. I think Gary, they've been talking about this for a while, how Nick wasn't happy with Gary. Well, Gary played, I thought, really solid defensively the last couple games.
Yeah, like Nurse's his press conferences are just so like direct, right? Like, he calls people out, and he's saying to Gary, I'm not, like 2 games ago, I'm not happy with his defense. Yeah. And like, you're not going to get minutes. Like with Nick, no defense, no minutes. And I don't care what you do in the offensive end. Like, it's like, he starts the defense.
I'll tell you, there's one thing that Nick Nurse is definitely, and by the way, I was thinking about this last night. I am going to make a conscious effort. I don't know how, but I'm going to make a conscious effort to figure out how to ingratiate myself to Nick Nurse to get him on this podcast. He's my dream guest. My dream guest. We got to get him on the pod. I don't know how we're going to do it. It might take 3 years, but I'm going to start. I'm going to lay the breadcrumbs.
Maybe he wants seats. Maybe he'll go on TikTok.
Maybe he needs seats.
Maybe he needs seats. Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that. I had not thought about that. Well, you know what? Now that I've got my jersey with his name on the back too, I might make some inroads that way. He's my favorite. Listen, he's my favorite Raptor. And unlike, by the way, Johnny Bart. Johnny Bart's down on Scotty Barnes too. If you remember Deno last year during
number
the
one ever. Yes.
Well, he's already making overtures to Coloco right now. So I know. Flavor of the month, Johnny Bart. Flavor of the month. Love it. So one last point on Brock sent this to me during the game too, and I haven't validated, but I'm sure it's true. Listen, Brock's retired. He's got nothing else to do, so I trust his stats. 25th in league in assists. And when I was watching that game, man, our ball, like Monday night, I thought actually we moved the ball pretty well. I'd love to know how many assists we had Monday through, actually, I always
we had 29. Yeah.
On Monday?
Oh, sorry. Pelicans.
We had 29 assists on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, against Pelicans on Wednesday. Yeah. What do we have on Monday? Can you pull that up?
Yeah. 1 second.
So, but God, I'm shocked that we had 29, and I'd love to know the quality of those 29. But
yeah,
it did seem like a lot of times we were standing around, a lot of one-on-one ball. That, I mean, you have to live and die with that with Siakam a little bit. Like that's who he is. But like this league, and I mean, when I watch the Warriors, I've watched them twice now in the last 3 games. The one they won when they beat, I can't who they beat, doesn't matter. But they were moving the ball. It's constant, right? And there's constant movement. Even against Dallas when they lost, right? They're just running around, getting good looks with shots. We don't seem to do that a ton. And I think being 25th in league in assists is a problem, if that's the case.
Yeah, it says here, Bart, against Cleveland, only 23 assists. Now we only scored 100 points, right? But it felt like
different. Yeah,
be a lot lower. So these, in hockey, we got cheap assists. Right?
Yeah, and I think we got a ton of buckets off turnovers too, like guys getting them, stealing and going themselves. So I mean, there's a difference between 29 and 23 depending on the game. But I'm telling you, it does not feel like in that game when we were getting absolutely trucked. It did not feel like our ball was moving very well, and we didn't feel like we were getting quality shots.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, last thing on Raps before we move on. You heard our segment, so you have a bit of a heads up here. But we might start this every time. I love it. I had the Bart boys do it last night, and they were stumped on the first one. So here we go, Deno. You've got to start bench 905. Barnes, OG, Freddie. Start bench 905.
Oh, I'm starting OG.
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm saying this, and I'm probably benching Freddie, and hate to say Barnes short term. You're down to 905, baby.
You'd have no choice, right? Like right now, you literally would have no choice. You can't. I mean, Freddie's not.
Yeah,
Freddie's still playing at a pretty decent level, even though I think he only had 4 points or 6 points.
Kicked out, but you gotta. Again, on this pod, we'd probably talk defense too much, but like every team when they're on their interviews, post game and stuff, they're talking about team defense. It all starts with your defense, right? OG kind of starts our defense. So,
yeah, and listen, I thought if outside of Gary the other night, I actually thought OG was our best player on the floor as well too. He was solid, but you know what? Geez, I think he only had 9 shots. Like he didn't have a ton of shots.
No, he had 12 points or something.
Yeah, we got to find a way. If we're gonna, I get it, right? Siakam's out, he becomes a bit more of the guy, but you can't just go. It's not gonna work if he went from 20 shots a game down to single digits again. They got to find a way, and I'm sure they will. I'm not worried about that.
Like how great did Siakam look at the start of the game again? That's like 2 or 3. Like since he's been back, I think he looks better than even the start of the season.
I agree.
And they said when he was injured, they said he was a gym rat working on these like step back. You know those shots we always cringed last year, Bart?
Yeah,
we'd say like he never makes that shot. He makes that shot now.
I agree. Listen, he has made a jump, and we forget about like the end of last season. He was good. He battled his way to 3rd team All NBA. Right now, he's a 2nd team All NBA guy, if you ask me, for sure.
Yep.
We'll go through that in a future pod. Like once we get halfway through, we'll do an NBA team. But I hate listen, Xerox Al shits all over us as well because he's like, I love the pod, but you guys are never right about any of your takes. He's like, you shit all over Siakam, now he's great. You shit all over, which is true. But again, moment in time. Yeah. Moment in time, everybody.
Yeah. Barnes will be on the second half All-Star team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally. All right, listen.
He's right.
Next one. You've got who was it? It was Boucher.
Okay.
Thad Young. Who was my third? It was Boucher, Thad. Oh, and Hernan Gomez. So you got to start bench 905. Thad Young, Hernan Gomez, Boucher.
Yeah. Boucher, I'm starting. Boucher's been the last 7-8 games just a stud. Last game, ignore last game, but just a stud. I'd probably just bench Young and I guess throw Gomez, who I'm loving, like for what he's being paid and what he's been doing for us has been amazing. But like he doesn't take dumb shots. He doesn't make dumb plays. Like he doesn't.
I totally agree. He's a smart basketball player.
Yeah.
You know, that's what a basketball movie will do for you. Clearly, right? You learn the game. Yeah.
Thank you, Netflix. Thank you, Netflix.
Yeah, thank you, Adam Sandler. But I agree with you, and I think what's the only thing that's missing from him is just a little bit more offensive punch. Like if he can knock down a few more shots. But I agree with you. You're right. Intelligence-wise, he's a smart basketball player. I like him out there. I don't know if he's ever going to be a 28-minute dude, but he could be a 12 to 16-minute guy off the bench and be solid.
Yeah, like the last 10 games, he's averaging 20, 24 minutes.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see on this rotation.
A lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah. Considering he was averaging 0 the first 10 games of the season. Yeah. So, all right, Dan, listen, I think, last thing, heading into the Nets game tonight, give me a prediction on how they do the. I must admit, I'm a little bit worried that we're about to enter a funk zone.
Oh, I always follow my gut, and that usually relates to a bad bet. I'm thinking we get rolled tonight. I am like Brooklyn's looking good. Durant's on another planet right now. I have a real bad feeling about tonight.
Well, no surprise here. My glass is half full here.
It's empty. No, yours is empty, Bart. Yours always.
Yeah, I'm half empty. Right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm half empty. I'm 3/4 empty. It's half full, but I'm 3/4 empty.
It's all gone.
But I agree. This game scares the shit out of me. And then obviously, I'm at the game tomorrow night, which should be a layup with Orlando. Deno family, Becky coming to her first game in the new seats.
Do you know they play Orlando like 3 of the next 5 games or something?
I know
the schedule. Like that's a must 3. Must. It can't be 2.
No,
it has to be 3.
It has to be 3. And you know what? I also would say that we got to get one of the Nets or the Celtics. Celtics are Monday. I'm going to that game too.
Oh.
I know Celtics are fire.
Their offense is just nuts.
Well, you know what? Listen, so the Simmons podcast yesterday, he did his top. He did all these tiers, ranked different teams. Right, it was good.
Yeah. Listen to it.
Fuck, he's good. Like he must. That's all he does is watch basketball.
Yeah.
All he does. And it was good, except for the fact that what I didn't like, as soon as we get to the Celtics, that was his longest rant. Right?
He's a homer.
Oh my god. However, what stuck with me on that, and he's right. He's like, they have 5 scorers. They're 5 guys who can shoot it. Yep. And that to me is today's NBA with a stud, right? They have 5, you almost borderline. Brown's borderline a stud as well. But they got all those fucking guys can shoot the 3. We do. I mean, seriously, who could shoot the 3 for us in that starting 5? I mean, don't look at percentages. I'm just telling you guys that you trust taking a 3. Freddie for sure.
Yeah, open Freddie. Yeah,
open Freddie. Yeah. You know the next person I would say right now out of that 5, and it's not Siakam. It would be OG.
Oh yeah.
It would be OG. But after that, I'm sitting there going, those guys aren't 3-point shooters. Whereas the Celtics have 5 guys, including Horford, right?
Yeah.
Who can shoot it.
Horford can shoot a great.
Absolutely, right? He's any 3 he takes, they're sitting there going, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
So that's and I think that's a massive gap between us and where the Celtics are and where we're trying to be. That is a massive gap. So I'm on my soapbox here again, and I said this from the beginning of the season. We don't have enough shooters. I mean, I like our team, and when they play defense like they did against Cleveland, we're really, really good. But we only scored 100 points in that game. When Boston is dumb trucking teams, they're putting up 130.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So there we go. All right, listen, Deno, we're right on pace here.
Yep.
We got your picks last night. Look at you, want to know already this week in your picks.
Yeah, I suck. I hate football.
But you're back on it. You got one last night.
I know.
It didn't look like it was going to go that way in the first half, but you got it. Good for you. So we've got the gambling segments done, and now we've got to go right into. I think we're in what drives AOB, and we're out of here. This hour has 22 minutes. Do you have what drives?
Yeah, I do. Bart, you know what drives me crazy? Bart?
I'm listening.
Me.
Oh, here we go. I'm on board.
Bart, For those listening to the pod, how many times last year, 2 years ago, have we brought up the cleaning lady or the cleaning person where you go clean up your house before the cleaning lady comes? So
that seemed to be a fixture on our
yeah, it always came up. Yeah. So here I am. I have a cleaning lady. It's just me living here with my 2 little kids. Who's cleaning his place before the cleaning lady comes? Me, Bart. I drive myself crazy.
No.
Bart, I will stop it. I will stop it. I have to leave something on the floor or something, but I'm going, I don't want her to think I'm a slob.
Why
do I care? Why do I care?
I get it. I have a clean lady in Bermuda too, and when I'm on my, and you do find yourself doing things that you go, "Oh, this is what she's going to do," or he's going to do in this case, but it's a she in this case. I agree. You do find it's a great, like, it just goes to show you how fucked up humans are, right? Like that's some sort of internal guilt that we're dealing with. Like we're going, yeah, I don't want to think I'm a slob.
Why do I care?
I know.
I see her once every 2 weeks. I don't care what she thinks about me as a person or anything. Well, and here I am. I get up early. She comes at 7:15 in the morning. I get up at 6:30 to start cleaning my place or moving stuff.
7:15.
Oh yeah, Bart. Early days, Bart.
My
early.
God, what kind of hours does this woman keep?
No, Bart, get it done. Get it done with.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That, there's got to be some sort of like government service she can call to these hours. That doesn't seem right. 7:15.
Bart, there's no cap. Like it's not like a taxi driver where you can only drive a taxi for 10 hours. Like you can clean like for 18 hours straight if you want, Bart. There's no regulations.
I don't think Bart. That's right. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna get her details and I'm gonna look into that for her.
You do that, Bart. You do
15. Wow, I've never even heard of that. Jeez. All right. Well, let's see. You know what? On those lines, I could classify myself in what drives you crazy as well, because the other night there's a show on TV, and this is actually what drives me crazy, but I actually watched it for half an hour, so I'm an idiot. It's called Pickled. Have you heard of this?
No.
So Stephen Colbert hosts it.
Oh,
it's the dumbest fucking show on television I've ever, and it pisses me off because I'm a big pickleball fan. I love pickleball. I would drop every other sport and just play pickleball the rest of my life if that's what if it came to it. Yeah, no questions. I give up golf. I give up if someone said pick your sport, you can play the rest.
Whoa,
I'm out.
Golf,
I'm taking pickleball. I'm taking pickleball.
No,
I am.
Think about that.
I'm telling you, if I had to pick one sport,
is pickleball as social as golf?
Pickleball is pretty social. Yeah, it really is pretty social.
Bart, no, I don't believe you.
Well, listen, this is my segment. So here it is. I'm saying, okay, pickleball. So here's what it is. It is Stephen Colbert, which I can't believe he's doing. He must have got paid $1 gajillion to do it. Huge. And the idea is it's celebrity pickleballers in some sort of tournament format with 2 commentators who I don't even know who they are, dropping anecdotes all the time. And then Stephen Colbert is just like the host. Like he comes in now. But it's so bad. The pickleball is like, most of them don't even know how to play pickleball. So they're just out there, and it's ridiculous. And I can't believe this is a show that they're expecting you to watch from start to finish. It's such a horrible concept, and somehow it gets put on TV. And somehow I watched it, but you're ruining pickleball. Pickled, all right. So I want Pickled off TV. I want it off all streaming services. It's horrible. It drove me crazy, and I watch it for the full half hour. Sugar Ray Leonard. What's Sugar Ray Leonard doing on that show? He's better than that.
What's he getting paid to play pickleball?
Well, and then the young lady from the Harry Potter movies, Emma Watson, I couldn't like. I'm like, oh, I was a scorer for them. But I think Stephen Colbert gives a little bit of panache to it. People go, oh, if Stephen Colbert's doing it, I'll do it. But it's horrible. It's horrible. Nobody watch it. So there you go. That's my drive crazy. All right, Deno, AOB, and let's get out of here.
Yeah, only AOB is I'm really excited about this TikTok.
Oh,
like this. Like hitting 5,000, that's brilliant, and I'm in. I'm gonna start.
Listen,
I'm telling strangers very soon, Bart. Strangers.
On that, you know what? We had a mad dash yesterday of new, but not, and then the clip's not out yet. So no, but we had some decent. Look, we're at 179 followers right now. TikTok. 179 followers. We were at 130 2 days ago, so we have 50 new followers in the last little bit. 11,000 likes. 11,600 likes. So we're making some headway just on our own. But I do think this clip Could make it happen. Make it happen.
Huge.
But on top of that, and we're going to put another clip out from today. So I'm wearing, which you won't be. See, I'm wearing Jack.
Hello.
Hello. So on Tuesday night, December 6th, Jack is hosting his sing-along concert. I don't know what the fuck it is. I can't imagine this is a great idea, but Jack is out there, and he's going to sing for I don't know how long. Some place on the Danforth. I bought tickets. I have front row tickets. I'm bringing my cousin, who's a big Raptors fan. But here's the deal, TikTok Nation. We're going to put this up. The first person that comes and identifies themselves and can prove that they are a TikTok follower of ours, I'll buy your drinks that night. I'll buy all your drinks. I'll buy all your drinks. I will give you, if they have drink tickets, I'll give you up to 15 drink tickets. Even though that's probably liability. That's probably liability if I do that.
Yeah, you got to check that. You said buying drinks, Bart, so you're buying drinks.
Yeah, you know what?
Now you're capping it.
I may have to modify it. I said, oh yeah, I guess that's true. I said, yeah, all right. Well, you have to sign a waiver too. You have to sign a waiver saying we're released from any horrible decisions that happen as a result of this. But yeah, I'll buy if you can prove. You come up to me, find me in my. I'll be wearing this. I'll be wearing my Jack.
Yeah,
find me. I'll be there with my cousin Christina, and if you find us, I'll buy your drinks. We got to prove it. You have to prove you're a follower, and you can just follow us right then. I don't care. Find me, and I'll buy your drinks.
That's awesome. There we go.
And I'll tell you what. I will get you a picture with Jack as well. Not quite sure how I'll do it.
Bonus.
Yeah, bonus. Picture of Jack. Bonus in there. There you go. And we'll post it. We'll post it to TikTok. It'll be great. It'll be fun. So there you go. All right, Deno, listen. As you know, this was the if you heard part one, this was a bit of the dating game. So you were contestant number 2.
Yes.
And at the beginning of next week's pod, I'll make my choice between you and Kitch.
Oh, I would have dressed up. Like I would have cut, shaved a bit.
That would have hurt you. That would have hurt you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go. All right. Listen, Deno, do you want to?
Yeah.
Shout us.
Take it away, Kawhi.
Kawhi up top, looks at the clock, turns the corner for the win. Got it! Kawhi Leonard with the game winner.